Our element is C5H10O5. For number 1, we found the mass by taking the mass of each element and timesing it how many there are, which is 150.3. Then, to look at each element for C, you take the total percent, so it's 60.055 divided by the total mass, and then you times it by 100 and you get 40. So you do that for each, and you get 40, 6.7, and 53.2, which adds up to 99.9, so about 100. For number 2, it's if you have a 34.6 grams of the substance, how many moles do you have? So you take this mass that they give you, and you divide it by the mass that you got, and you get 0.23 moles. For number 3, you try to find the empirical formula. So what you do is you take the percent and you convert it to grams, and then for each element you take the grams divided by the mass of the element, and you get 3.3 for carbon, 6.64 for hydrogen, and 3.3 for oxygen. Then you take 3.3 and you divide it by each, and you get 1, 2, and 1. And then you take this and you put it for your elements, and you get CH2O.
For number 4, we were told to draw this molecule. So C is our middle element because it's further to the left. And we have 2 H's and 1 O. And then C is in the 4th, H is in the 1st, and O is in the 6th. So that gives us 12 electrons. So we put 2 H's on the side and then put a bond, and then we did a single bond on all 3 and then an O, and then we had to double it because it has 6. And then the geometric of this molecule is AX3, a trigonal planar, and this is a combustion reaction, and we were told to balance this equation with O2, so we did CHO2 plus O2, and it equals CO2 plus H2O. And then we balanced it out by 1 C on the side, 2 H's on the side, and 3 O's on the side, and then 1 C on the side, 2 H's on the side, and 3 O's on the side, so it's balanced.
On the next one, after you draw the molecule, it'll be C with the H's on the side and then the O. You're going to count the sigma bonds. So there's 1, 2, 3 sigma bonds, and there's no extra lines, so there's 0 pi bonds. For number 9, you have to tell if the molecule is polar, or is it considered ionic. And every single element is above 1.7, so it will be considered ionic. And then if you look up here, it's going to be pulling at an opposite rate because there's dots on this side and there's not any on the H's. So it's going to be pulling opposite, so it's polar. And then for number 10, the hybridization of the carbon molecule will be sp2 because you see that there's 3 ones around the C. So it'll be sp2.